What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Mr. Central Driver channel. You guys loved my other video where I did an unboxing of two of the bikes that came in. And guess what? Two more bikes showed up. And I think we have a third one on the way, which we probably won't do an unboxing, but maybe we will if I just have the time to do it. The reason why I'm filming this right now is because I have an extra 3 hours. Right now, it is 1:42 on a Monday. So let's just see how long it actually takes me to do these bikes. I'm also gonna be filming too, so don't judge me because filming takes a little bit longer, takes away from just assembling the bikes and just getting them done. Also, these bikes need a lot of assembly. Let me show them to you real quick. One of the bikes, I don't even know how you say the name because no one's even reviewed it. It's a brand new bike on the market. But this one sitting in front of me is the red one. The company actually wanted to send me the white one, but I wanted the red one because I felt like it was gonna stand out. You know, like sur-ron's the red. Everyone loves a red bike and it just stands out when you're going down the street. I mean, the yellow one right here, the Happy Run G100 Pro, that definitely stands out for sure. And this is actually the next bike we're gonna be reviewing on this channel. This is 72 volts. You guys are gonna absolutely love it. I think there's some reviews out there like all over the place, but I'll give you guys my first initial like full video review, test, everything like that. So hopefully you guys like my opinion on it, you know. But the big new, this is the BGXP. It's called the BGX Pro to be honest, but everyone's calling it the XP. I love their old model. Honestly, their old model was great. It was like 1500 watts, somewhere around there, and it was hauling ass. It was doing like almost, what, 45 miles an hour or something like that. It's been a while since I've, reviewed it. You can see that we do have to put the front forks on here, so it's a little bit more work that you have to do on most of these bikes. But this is gonna be a fantastic bike. You guys are gonna love it. It should be 52 volt. It does say 52 right there on the back of the seat. I'm assuming that's what that means. I actually don't even know all the upgrades on it. They just asked me if I want to review their new product, and I said, sure. I love the old one. I'm still selling the old one for the company, and I'm making good sales on it, and I'm excited to review this one. Now, the bike behind that one, if you guys can see that, and I don't want to move this right now because I only have one hand, this is the nachbike, if you guys can see that. I'm assuming that's what that says because it doesn't have an O in the names for nacho bike. So nachbike R3, that's what we're gonna call it. And this is basically like a, I don't know, like a cheaper version of a dirt bike, but it's not a dirt bike. It kind of reminds me of another bike I just got done reviewing that was kind of like a sur-ron, but it wasn't, the Happy Run, the G300 Pro. You can see down here, this has a 6,000 watt peak motor, I believe. So it might be a 3,000 watt motor and peaks at 6,000 watts. That's gonna be a fun bike. I believe it's 60 volt, if not 72 volt. So these bikes are just getting ridiculous. And I really mean that. These bikes are kind of getting out of hand if I'm being straight up honest. I mean, these bikes just keep going up and up and up, and they keep putting pedals on them, and as long as you don't get caught going over the speed limit, you're perfectly fine. If you wanna go super fast, go off-road, that's where a lot of people are riding these bikes. If they go 40, 50 miles an hour, just ride in the bike lane comfortably at 28 miles an hour. In California anyway, that's the max speed. And then just haul ass off-road, you should be perfectly fine. I know the limit's 750, we talk about this all the time, but realistically around any of the areas that I've lived at and rode around, cops do not check the wattage on the bike. They don't have a dyno. I've seen that in some other countries, but not here. So don't worry about the 750 watt limit, all right? And then also what I wanted to say is all the stuff that's on top right here of the notch bike is all the stuff for this bike. So this bike, like I said, has a lot of stuff we got to put together. It comes with a pump. Looks like it comes with gloves. There's a manual in here. It comes with all the hardware. Oh, it comes with a phone mount too. I didn't even know that. I'm not going to use that when I use my own. I don't trust those. Looks like it comes with the brackets because we got to put the headlight on here as well. It comes with bags. So these are like saddle bags. I don't know if they're going to go in the front or the back. And then, what is this? I don't know what that is. It looks like, oh, it looks like the thing for the back. So you can put something back here for the back seat rest or something. And then these are the forks we gotta put on. This is the headlight we gotta put on. The display is down here. I'm assuming this is a charger. I feel like this is gonna be a very long day. So I'm looking at the time, 1:46. I gotta try to get whatever I can done before 4 o'clock. And if I don't finish, it is what it is, but that's my time limit. So without further ado, like I always say, let's get into it. So this is how far we have gotten so far. I am super sweaty. Obviously, I'm pretty sure I'm sweating hella bad underneath here. It's super hot in my garage, but I have to close it because there's a lot of construction going on, so I just have my little side door open, but that's not enough air. I need like a fan in here or an AC unit, something. But let me show you guys the time since we last left off. It's 2:26, and that's how far I have got. I still have another complete bike to put together. I wanted to go take them out for a spin. I only have until 4 o'clock. I don't know how far I'm gonna get. I honestly think we're only gonna get the BGXP done. I don't think we're even gonna get to the other bike, so we might have to save that for tomorrow. Well, I'll do it in the same video, trust me, we won't separate them, but I think we're gonna do that tomorrow because I'm running out of time. Because we still got the fenders to put on, we have the pedals to put on, I have the front headlight to put on. You have to put the 2 brackets somewhere right here. I gotta see where they go. And I wanna say after that, I think there's a bar that goes in the back and some bags. So there's a bar that goes right here. I actually think you have to take these off and that's where the bar goes. And that's what this thing is right here. I think it uses those. And then those bags go somewhere on this bike and I'm not exactly sure. So I gotta double check and see. And again, I still wanted to take it out for a spin and test it out. So I really think we're gonna run out of time. But without further ado, let me just get back into it. I'm not gonna record it. We're just gonna put this thing together, put the battery on top, get this bike done, and then I'll update you guys when this is fully put together.
2 hours later.
All right, guys, here she is. It's all put together. I did have a few issues that I want to kind of address. So this rear fender, actually this happened on the first one too. Right down there, the one that bolts underneath the bike, it was bent. It was actually completely folded over. It actually happened on my last one. This was actually worse. I was about to contact the company and I figured, let me just get my hammer and see if I can hammer it just so I don't have to do that. And yeah, it ended up working out. The fender doesn't look like it's touching the tire. It's super close, but that's just how it looks. That's how the other one was. I like it though. I like when the fenders are really close to the tire without hitting. We also got that front one put together. The battery's on there. I had to retake all this off because I didn't know that this windscreen was connected to these brackets. So if you do put this bike together and order it, make sure that you put this on at the same time you put the headlight brackets on, or you're gonna have to redo everything like I had to do. That was unfortunate. And it looks badass. I even put this bar on the back. I don't really know what I'm gonna use it for, but I mean, it comes with the bike. The only thing I have not put on this bike is these. It comes with these 2 bags. I don't know exactly where they go. I didn't see any assembly video that showed them going on, so I might have just watch someone's video and see where people are putting those bags. I'm pretty sure you could really put them anywhere, but I want them to be like a clean look. I just got to figure it out. But we're running out of time because if you look at the time, it's actually 3:43. So what we're going to do, we're going to go take this one out for a spin right now, really quick around the block, come back and park it. And then tomorrow I'm going to start on the other one and it's going to be in the same video. So let's just go have fun with this one. And then, yeah, we'll get to that one in a little bit. All right, guys, we are out here with the bike and I got to say, really shiny right off the bat. That paint job looks absolutely awesome. Let me show you guys. Man, it's really popping out here. Ow, ow, ow. I forgot about that back bar right there. You got to get used to that. This is definitely shiny. The wheels are shiny. Man, this thing stands out. The only thing that's not shiny is this right here. It's the same color almost, but it doesn't have that like glossy look to it. It even matches the compression adjustment right there. All right, so I'm not a big fan of the bar so far because I can't fling my leg all the way around it. Power seems really good so far, I gotta say that though. But the handlebars have to go farther out for me. They're way too close because I'm actually leaning back instead of sitting straight up, and I'm sitting on the very back of the seat, so I'm gonna have to move mine out a little bit. And what sucks is that windscreen is in the way of getting to the bolts, so that's unfortunate. So I might have to remove that to be able to move the handlebars, or we just leave it and say screw it. But what I wanted to see is how fast this bike goes. I don't know the charge on it, but that screen is definitely glaring from the sun behind me. And here we go. It's still getting up to speed. Nice and smooth, man. Wow, 40 miles an hour. I don't know how true that is. We'll do a real GPS thing on here, but that's, whoa. Ooh, all right. All right. Testing out the brakes too. But yeah, we'll do the GPS and verify that it's running correctly at the mile per hour it says it's supposed to be at. But so far, not bad. Whoa, really, really weird to turn around. Huge fat tires, bigger than any fat tire you'd have on any other electric bike. Wow. Unless you have something crazy custom, you know, but yeah, definitely a interesting bike to turn. Not my favorite, I will say, but it is what it is. All right, I can join that guy in his motorcycle over there. This is nice though and comfortable. Definitely comfortable. That's the one thing you know, and it has decent power. It doesn't feel like I'm gonna get thrown off the bike or anything like that. It's just cruising along real nice. Make sure we don't hit that dip. Holy crap. That is a massive dip in the road. And they're building hella houses out this way. It's crazy. Well, we're obviously gonna do a full video review, so I don't wanna say too much in it, you know, just wanna make sure everything works. I do this all the time, I just don't record it because you gotta make sure the bikes work before we come out here and shoot a video. And everything works, so tomorrow I'll put the other one together. You guys see it in 5 seconds and then we'll go from there. All right guys, welcome back. Day number 2. I didn't really think we were gonna have to go into a day number 2, but man, did the big new bike, BG XP, take forever to put together. It is sitting right here, looks great. I showed it to you, we rode it. Not too bad of a bike. One thing I did want to point out though is that it didn't look like the bar in the back lined up correctly. If you guys can see that with the rear tire. Now it's not that big a deal. I tried to take the suspension off and I tried to adjust it as much as possible, but it doesn't look like it's lined up very nice in the back. So I'm not a big fan of this anyway, just because getting your foot over is kind of a pain in the ass. So if you are a short person, you're really not gonna like that bar at all. But what we gotta put together today is the notch bike, the R3, and now you can see it kind of next to my other bikes. Obviously it looks lower just because we don't have that front tire on. I wanna show you guys that kickstand that got broken, and it's right here and just snapped clean off. And I guess it is attached to the bike. So obviously it wouldn't have made sense if it was just in the, you know, laying around in the box or something like that to snap off. So it definitely was attached to the bike on the other side over here. So I'll show you guys that when we get to it. The bad thing about that is I cannot put this bike sitting up straight unless I take something from another bike, like a kickstand, to get it working. But then one of my other bikes is gonna have to be laying flat down. So to my best ability, basically, I'm just gonna put it together. It's gonna be laying flat on the ground. Maybe I'll just put it up against a wall or something like that, you know. And then something else you guys have probably already seen in my garage when we did day number 2 just right now is there is another bike right here. I wasn't gonna show it off yet, but I think you can see it in the background. It is the Aerial Rider X-Class 60 volt. This just came in about 30 minutes ago. It's actually what woke me up. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if we're gonna unbox it on today's video. I'm a little worried because when the guy dropped it off to me, underneath this, the pedals were sticking through. So the crank arms were going through the box, and also the front end was going through the box as well. You might be able to see some of it right here. That is the ground right there where the brake's at. So I'm hoping the front suspension is not damaged. And you really even can't see a lot of this bike. They actually packaged it very, very well. I love that you have your accessory box right here, and it's like right in a little extra section. This can just come right off. The headlight and the turn signals look absolutely awesome. I can't believe how good that front end looks. I'm excited to put this one together. If I do get it put together later, I'll definitely put a picture up online so you guys can check it out on the YouTube page. But without further ado, like I always say, the second time in today's video, we have to put this bike together. So I'm gonna get started on it. I'll update you guys throughout the process or when I finish it, but let's get together, let's go. All right, guys, we're finally done. Here she is. had to lean her up against the wall because that kickstand, and this is the reason why I actually pointed the bike this way, because I wanted to show you guys that the kickstand actually was attached and it snapped off right there. So it probably had a hard trip over to my house from, I think it was FedEx that delivered this thing. But yeah, overall the bike is interesting. It actually sits higher than I thought it was gonna sit. And some things I didn't like about it right off the bat is that these aren't like plastic. These are just a fake film with carbon fiber on top of them. I'm not a big fan of that. This one was really bent as well, and they just kind of move all over the place. They're all just zip tied all over the bike, so you're not getting real fenders on this bike that are attached, say, like a Super 73, where it's actual hard plastic, or you go over to the sur-ron over here, and you got some real hard plastic. Obviously, this is an upgraded one, but it still came with a short one that came out to here. And that's kind of what I think they were doing with this bike, is the same thing, but they just use a cheaper material. And again, this bike sits way higher than a sur-ron. Look how high it is compared to the Happy Run. I know the Happy Run is on the stand and it's on the side a little bit, but that is a huge difference. My Super 73 does sit pretty high though with that seat I have on there, but once you sit on the seat, you kind of get smushed down into it. It doesn't feel as high anymore. Some other things I noticed is that this bag, really nice that they have a bag up here, but when you open it up, it's actually upside down, I guess you could say. I mean, you do have this little pouch right here, but you have this pouch that you would put stuff this way, and I guess you can still put it in this bag and then zip it up, but anything that you try to put this way is just gonna fall right down to this side. So it's kind of backwards, but I guess it works. It's cool that it comes with it. It's not an extra piece that you gotta buy. And then looking at the front, it comes with a sur-ron style headlight, so it should work pretty good. We got our keys to our battery. You got a simple display though, a display that I did not expect to come on this bike. And it's not turning on because I got to turn the battery on. And it made a little beepy noise and it comes on. It's black and white, not a huge fan of the display. It doesn't show your trip. It does show your voltage, which is nice. I'll give it that. The time it's been on, odometer trip, so no power, wattage, amps, nothing like that. And make sure you turn the battery off because I've noticed that the headlight does come on when you have the battery turned on. So you want to make sure the battery's off at all times, so you're always going to have to flick that off. Another thing that I could not figure out, and I went through the manual, but it doesn't show, it comes with this, and it looks like it's the guard for the front. So I was like, okay, it looks like it goes right here. And seriously, it really looks like it does. These pieces on the side, they're going to fold in. So if I can get that with one hand, it's going to fold in like this, right? This is going to bolt up to the top. So I looked at these holes right here, and then if you go underneath the bike, you're going to see that there are 4 holes right here. However, these holes do not line up to those at all. They're very spaced out far from what this is. So unfortunately, we're not going to be able to put a front fender on there. I actually think they just measured it incorrectly. Unless I'm missing something, because I started thinking it was up here, but it wouldn't be up here because that would be stupid. You have all your cables right here coming out and it wouldn't fit. So I'm not sure. But without further ado, because I can't really do too much with this bike and sit it up next to my other bikes, I'm gonna have to figure this out after. Let's go take this thing for a spin and see how it feels on my first initial impression. All right, what's up, people? We're on the GoPro. Man, is this bike, like I said, it sits tall, man. I feel like I'm sitting way like up here. I feel like I'm sitting like on the Annie-Oki or something like that, the A9 Pro Max I just reviewed. That was a very, very tall bike. Now, something I'm noticing from the front is that the brake needs to definitely be aligned or the rotor is slightly warped, because I could feel that the brake's kind of coming in and out. So, and I can even feel it in the thing too. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It definitely has some pep to it. So as I'm holding the brake, I can kind of feel the brake lever going back and forth. And everything kind of feels a little shaky, but this is the first time I've actually been on a bike in a long time that's actually had dirt tires on. So it definitely feels a lot different than a street tire. Super huge knobbies. They're made to go off-road over there, which we'll do in another video. But I am hauling ass. I should have put my helmet visor down because it says 53 miles an hour. I'll be real with you, I don't know. I feel like this is like 40 something, like 45. Not 100% sure, but it's definitely moving. Our power has definitely went very far down though. We're down to 2 battery bars, so I'm not gonna continue to keep going, you know, super far. Man, the brake is tripping me out. It's going back and forth. But it just needs some adjustment. And also, when I was telling you guys about that front fender, because it had those 4 holes in there, I think what those 4 holes were made for, because I knew the 2 sides were to hold on to the suspension up front, I think the other 2 holes are just a zip tie it to the top. I don't think it actually bolts in with any bolts. I think it's just all zip ties. So that's my bad. I kind of thought about that after mentioning it. Whoa, my God! Damn truck! Woo! Trying to see it. Man, the front suspension feels good. It definitely needs to be adjusted. Man, does it feel so weird turning too with these knobby tires. Whoa. Man, does it feel like it just kind of wants to wash out a little bit. A little scary. Whoa, see, like turning wise. Oh man, that's weird. Oh my God, it's gonna take a lot to get used to. I don't want to say it's the bike's fault. It just, I think I have not been on a bike with knobby tires in a really long time. Man, this feels so different. God, it's pretty cool though, I gotta say. Once you get on it, if you can reach the height of this bike, it's not gonna be for short people. It has some decent power, and you're looking like a sur-ron or Talaria, almost. Not, you know, not exactly, but it's close. And you have pedals on this bad boy, so, and you have pedal assist too. Whoa, pedal assist. How does pedal assist work? All right. Oh, okay. Pedal assist is pretty chill. You know, that's not bad. If I pedal faster, it actually goes faster. But if I just want to chill, that's nice right there. Hell yeah. Let's go. All right, that's awesome. All right, well, let me see you guys back at the house. It's just a quick little trip. This is not a review, again. This is my first initial impression, and I got some solar people coming to my house, so the aerial rider is gonna have to wait. I apologize, guys, but it's just gonna have to wait just because we have that going on right now, and I'm not even in riding material. Man, these are coming up so much that, man, people are gonna think I'm in some short shorts. And they're starting to look like underwear at this point. What's this guy up to?
What it is, huh?
What's up, man?
You got it, bud.
Well, that's another one.
Oh, I like this.
Yeah.
What's the specs on it?
So this said I was doing 52, but I don't know if that's accurate or not. I actually, you know what? I have my phone in here. Let me see if that's accurate or not.
What's the range on something like this?
You know, that's a good question. I don't know. Oh, 48. Yeah, so I did almost 49 miles an hour right now. Yeah, and the battery's not even charged. I'm down to 3 battery bars.
Wow.
The range on it, I have no idea. The battery doesn't seem that big for how much power this has, so realistically, maybe 20 miles or under. Hey!
I had my nephew...
Oh, it looks good, yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it looks perfect.
All right.
Yeah, I just got to paint it now.
I'll be out there and paint it. I
Cool.
had my nephew watch your channel over the weekend.
Oh, yeah?
His dad wants to buy him a bike, and I said, check out my buddy.
Yeah.
He's watching it. I go, he reviews all the bikes and everything you want to know, man.
Yeah, I still have that other bike in there, too, so like I told you, if I don't sell it within 2 weeks, if you want it for $500, he saw it today.
Yeah. Who gave you permission to see it?
Hey,
Stop it!
whoever gives me money in my pocket
That's
first.
right, I'm gonna roll with. It's not what it says, it's what it's saying.
Man. All right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. I really appreciate you guys sticking around, watching me unbox these bikes and everything that's been going on. Obviously, this has taken me 2 days because I work nights as a grocery store manager, and then I only got a few hours, and then normally I'm doing stuff later in the day. So yeah, it sucks that it took this 2 days, but hey, you guys get to see these bikes put together. I'm gonna start trying to do it more. As long as you guys are commenting and liking the video, I will definitely try to keep doing it. And what I think I'll try to do is get the aerial rider unboxed. I'll maybe do a live video on it. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out. But anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one. You guys are the true MVPs of this channel. And I do have my bike just sitting on the floor over there because that's how it's going to have to be until they send me a kickstand. I'll see you guys. Peace out.